Most survival horror wants you to fear the dark. Cronos. The New Dawn wants you to fear the checkpoint. You're the traveler, a faceless clone in chunky armor, sent to a decaying slice of 1980s Poland to hoover up essences and poke holes in time while a plague turns citizens into slick, tentacled orphans. The pitch is great. Dead space heft, Resident Evil scavenging, and a time warp gizmo that rewinds ruins back into pathways. The execution. A roller coaster where the atmosphere soars and the combat keeps unbuckling your seatbelt. Let's map the battlefield. Three big reads converge on a clear picture. First, the good news. Bloober's world is disgustingly gorgeous. Nawahuta's flesh walls, propaganda scab blocks, and Soviet rot are thick with detail. Audio sells the sickness, shriek choruses, wet impacts, dual-sense whispers. The time anomalies are the star mechanic. Line up a shimmering tier, fire your attachment, and watch bridges regrow, roofs recede, debris reverse course. Later, gravity boots let you trot up walls and ceilings like a Soviet Spider-Man. These puzzle beats aren't just cool, they're breathers that let you drink in the ruin. Everyone agrees, when Cronos slows down, it sings. Now the sand in the gears. Combat is Cronos' eternal conundrum. PC gamers take. Encounters swing between tedious and stingy, spawn starve you of bullets and healing. Then autosaves lock you into death loops unless you hard reload. Game rant goes broader. Weapons lack punch, bosses repeat, rooms hard gate you until everything's dead. And the merging system, enemies evolving by slurping corpses, either get swatted easily or avalanches into frustration. The gamer notes the flip side. Shooting feels weighty, charged headshots thump. But there's no dodge, the traveler moves like a fridge. And difficulty spikes feel like design, not dread. About that merging. On paper, it's the tension engine, don't burn bodies, the horde powers up. In practice, it's binary. You either control corpses and keep pace, or one bad corridor becomes a resource bonfire and you're crafting pyres like a doomsday prepper. The worst sin isn't that it's hard, it's that it can feel arbitrary. Horror thrives on pressure, not coin flips. Narrative time. The premise, clone operatives time hopping to salvage people before the fall, is potent. But plenty of you will clock the COVID parallels from orbit. Quarantines, letters about lockdowns, civic rot. The gamer finds the Eastern Bloc critique compelling even when the delivery wobbles. PC gamer wants the game to stop reading its pandemic diary and dig into the time bending sooner. Game Rant calls the setup fascinating with flat characters and cutscenes that don't carry the weight. When Cronos leans into its chrono mystery, it perks up. When it returns to another note about cancelled school, the dread curdles into deja vu design nuts and bolts matter in throwback horror. So here's where Cronos plants its flag. Inventory is old school limited. Upgrades take a slot. Bring the bolt cutters or bring a medkit, you can't have it all. There's NG Plus and a harder difficulty, but no easy mode. Default is the floor. That would thrill purists and turn off tourists. Checkpointing is generous until it's cruel. Manual saves are your best friend. Some boss rooms are ammo deserts. Some hallways spam wall leeches that yank you for free damage. An encounter balance can read like a roulette wheel. This is survival horror in a lab coat. Experimental, inconsistent, sometimes brilliant, sometimes why. Two quick theory drops, working theories, not gospel. 1. The merging loop is thematic, not just mechanical. In a society scarred by state neglect and mass trauma, rot aggregates. If you don't tend the aftermath, the past fuses into something harder to kill. It's a grim systemic metaphor that the combat doesn't always dignify. 2. The checkpoint cruelty may be unintended poetry. Cronos is obsessed with loops, time knots, societal ruts. Getting pinned by an autosave, you didn't ask for, mirrors a world where agency is rationed. That doesn't excuse bad feel, but it gives the frustration a narrative rhyme. Where does veteran game plant the flag? Atmosphere, top tier. Puzzle traversal, clever and with the gravity boots, occasionally joyful. Combat, divisive and often the weakest link. Story, bold frame, wobbly delivery, late game ideas worth chewing. If you come craving pure terror, you'll get more stress than scares. If you come craving a crunchy resource runner with memorable spaces, you'll find enough here to recommend, with caveats. Practical loadout so you don't hate life. Craft pyres aggressively in corpse-heavy zones. Treat fuel as progression, not hoarding. Manual save before every obvious arena. If an autosave soft locks you at 1 HP, step back in time to a safer slot. Upgrade inventory early slots are power. Aim charged shots for weak points and commit. Half charges waste you more than they help. If a merge chain snowballs, reload fast. Beating your head against a bad roll rarely pays off. Pace yourself, Cronos best beats reward slowing down. If this kind of no BS autopsy is your jam, hitch a ride with Veteran Game and hit subscribe. If you're nodding or fuming, toss a like, so this take survives the algorithm and we keep making long-form breakdowns that don't waste your evening. Final spark for the comments. Should Cronos double down on merging and corpse control as its core identity, or scrap it for tighter, scarier encounters? And second, are pandemic parables still potent in 2025, or has that well-run drive for horror?